Oh man, the weekend was bomb.
Man, it was. Did you check that girl home?
Oh man, I sure did. I did a lot of something.
You guys are wasting time again. Honestly, I'm done with this. Look, you're fired.
Patrick, you're fired.
You pick what's work and finish this by next week. If not, you'll be joining him.
Hey Kenny, I'm from the future.
You can't laugh.
12 seconds later.
Hey Kenny, I'm from the future. You can laugh, Kenny. Hey Kenny, I'm from the future. No way.
3 days later.
Kenny, I am Sonny's replacement. This is delivered to you. It is called Microsoft Project.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Let's cover the very basic features to start. In order to understand how to use Microsoft Project, let's start from a blank document by clicking on a blank project. The general workspace begins. This is divided into two main sides. On the left, you have a quick table that will contain the full list of the task. A Gantt chart, which is used to check the job over the timeline above, indicating 1 day per goal. First, you have to define the task to be completed on the left. Under task name, give a name to your task and define when it starts under start button and when it should finish under finish. Once created, a new task appears on the Gantt chart as a colored rectangle. The length depicts the entire duration of the task. You can customize its appearance by double-clicking on it. You can change the color or the pattern by double-clicking on it. In case you make a mistake and you want to remove a task from the list, just right-click on it and go to Delete Task. You can extend or shorten the time duration of the task directly on the Gantt chart as well by clicking and dragging from its edges, or move the time period by clicking and dragging on it.
Now that we know how to set up projects and assign tasks, I'll explain how the Gantt chart works. This is a Gantt chart. It provides an illustrated version of your tasks on the left. Gantt charts are used for showing plans and actual progress for any number of tasks. As you can see here, this is a bracket for the length of the project. Within the bracket, there are smaller lengths called bars. You can customize its appearance by double-clicking on one of the bars, and one of the options is to change the shape, the pattern, as well as the color to make it more organized. We'll hit OK. As you can see, the data is very zoomed out. If you go to the lower right hand corner, there's a zoom option. This will display more detailed information like the time. You can extend and shorten the task directly on the Gantt chart by clicking and dragging the end of the bar. Or you can go to the Task tab and change it here as well. In case you make a mistake, you can right click the task and delete the task. And as you can see, it was also removed from the Gantt chart. Now that you know how to maneuver through the Gantt chart, we'll move on to the next topic.
So once we've created the task for the project, we can make a link between each of the tasks. So in order to do this, press and hold Control key and then select the items that we want to link. So after this, we can go ahead and to the Tasks tab, and we see a symbol that looks like a loop. So left click on that, and then we automatically see that there has been a link created on our Gantt chart. This is shown by the arrow here, and this arrow actually indicates that there is a finish to start relation. This is set by default, What this means is that this following task can't start before the preceding task finishes. So if that's not the case, we can go ahead and change that relationship just by double clicking on it. So coming here, we can see that there's different options. There's the finish to start, start to start, finish to finish, and start to finish. For example, if we want the task to begin as soon as the preceding task begins, we can just do start to start, and then the Gantt chart will show us that the task will start at the same time as the start of the preceding task. So going to the table, we can see on the predecessor column, we can see that there has been a relationship created. It shows us that the row on number 2 is a predecessor for this task on number 3, and that it has a start-to-start relation. So we can see that there's a relationship created there.
Hello, my name is William, and I will be showing you how to get to the project overview within Microsoft Project. So this here is the main screen where we have the task name and duration, start, finish, and this is the visual representation of what is being represented here. So what we do is we click the report tab, which is up here. We go to dashboards, and then we click project overview. So this is what it should look like. It should have a title and everything else, which I'll explain. So the project title should be whatever it is, but for now it's just project overview. This is the start and finish dates, so Monday the 7th of 2018 and Friday the 11th in the year 2018. These are just your start and finish dates of the project. And this table right here is the percentage complete of the whole project. But to the right, we can see that there are fields, and if we click percent work complete, this will show us how much of the smaller pieces of the project has been finished. And down here, this is our late tasks. The late tasks here are just showing what we have to do and what should have been due, and it shows our duration, the percent complete on each checkpoint, and when it was supposed to be finished.
Hello, so I'm talking about how to assign resources. To assign resources, you click here and you click on resource sheet. Resource sheet where you can add all the resources such as employee's name and material you're using for your project. So I'm going to use my colleague's name such as Kenny, and I'm paying him $10 an hour. William, I'm paying him $12 an hour. Sunny and Jonathan, we're gonna pay him $15 an hour. Cool. So we have all 4 employees working, and that's their pay rate. And you can actually add materials such as I'm providing USB, which is gonna cost me and you can actually select the type for material, so it'll be material, and you click here to type the price, so it's $15 per USB. Cool. So once you have all the employees, you click here, go back to the chart, and you can actually assign those employees to the tasks they're doing, like to all the projects they're doing. So you can click on resource and click on assign resources, and you can see all the employee names. So you can go factual research, Kenny, brainstorm, William, prepare individual, Sunny, and you can do that for everything. You can go here, you can select multiple, you can have William, you can have Sunny and have William together, and you can select those two and have Kenny and Sunny. There you go. And it actually tell you the cost, how much it's gonna cost them to do it. And for the present, we can select all of them and assign them. And the rehearsal, we can do the same. Click all of them and assign. as you can see, once you're done, you can go here and it will show the names of all the employees doing what.